Hey, what's going on? I heard you talking from over there. What's going on? Talk to me. Yeah, I know. Everyone thinks you're a moped. You don't have pedals, you have pegs. You identify as an e-bike. Alright, well, e-bikes have pedals. You have to use pedals to propel the bike. They have to be functional. You have What's that? You wanna transition to an e-bike? Okay, so you identify as an e-bike and you feel like you should be an e-bike even though you have the body of a moped. Listen, I'm just trying to understand what you're telling me. So you want to transition to looking like an e-bike. Okay, so you want me to add pedals to you. Okay. Alright, we can do that. We're gonna add some pedals and we're gonna make sure you look like an e-bike. You have functional pedals, okay? Alright, cool. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Right now we're gonna do just a quick updated performance test of our main hill climb. I tweaked a couple settings. The start intensity in the settings during my main review was set to 3 and I didn't know. And you can bring that all the way up to 5, and so that's what we did. We are on a full fresh charge. The battery just came out of a nice warm room, so the cells are not cold. That means we're gonna get full power going up this hill. And let's go ahead and get an updated time for this bike. So we did set the wheel size to 22.8. I saw it in the comment section that someone recommended that. We're gonna see if that is perfectly accurate with my GPS. But without further ado, while the battery is still warm, 3, 2, 1, go. Does feel a little faster. It does feel faster, guys. And we are gonna, of course, time this in the video. Give you guys that updated speed. Last time we just barely were almost at 30 miles an hour. All right, so it looks like it's faster because we did hit 30. And now what I want to do is just a couple of 0 to 20 runs. We got a ton of snow yesterday, guys. A lot of snow. And thankfully the roads are dry and clean. There was a lot of ice earlier, so I was debating on if I should even do this, but we're good, guys. We're good. Right now it is 30 degrees and extremely windy. Very, very windy. All right, so a slight uphill right here, and let's do a 0 to 20 right here. Again, while the battery cells are still warm. So, here we go. Let's get everything zeroed out. 3, 2, 1, boom. Yeah, it does feel pretty strong. 20. I want to do that a couple more times and get an average. So I do feel that there's a little bit of a slope down on this initial part of the street, but in the middle it looks pretty flat. Looks like it flattens out right around here. I did take the mirrors off. I'm going to be installing a bar end mirror. Just check if there's no cars behind me. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. 20. All right, so let's see if this GPS speed is accurate with the 22.8 setting. What we'll do is bring it down to pedal assist 2, and that'll give us a steady speed, whatever speed it cuts you off at. We'll just stay there. Yeah, I do feel the acceleration's a little bit better. All right, 16, 16. Yeah, guys, I think 22.8 is the winning number. So whoever recommended that, thank you for that. Looks pretty close, guys. 22.8, that's the number. We're not going to test the top speed again because this bike is getting a new controller anyway. So you guys are going to start seeing top speed numbers that are probably way higher than mine. So it doesn't really matter. But I do want to at least test the acceleration because as far as I know, the acceleration is going to stay the same. I could be wrong. You never know. Let's do the 0 to 20 a couple more times over here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. 20. All right. We're going to ride around a little bit just to bring the battery level down to, I don't know, at least like 85, 90, because I don't want to bring it back inside and have the battery be full, because that's not good for the battery. I do see you guys in the comments. A lot of you guys love this bike, so I wanted to make a very, very, very detailed, or at least as detailed of a video as I could. reviewing this bike, or at least my initial impressions of the bike, of the 2 rides that I've been on. A couple corrections. This charger that this bike comes with is 4 amps, not 5. Apparently, I can't read numbers, and I read the input instead of the output. So the charger is a 4 amp charger. I knew I would make some mistake in the review. I knew I'd make at least one mistake, and that was it for sure. I'm sure there's more that I'll find later. Never gonna be perfect. In the comments, a lot of you guys are saying, well, that's not an e-bike, that's a moped. Listen, guys, I am gonna put pedals on this. The only reason it has pegs now is because I was just impatient and I didn't want to add the pedals. Goat Power Bikes, they did send me this bike for review, and this is one of their earlier models that they just had without the pedal. So I wanted to get this review out as fast as possible for you guys. And so I'm like, all right, let's just forget the pedals, get that thing out there, because you guys are interested in the powertrain of this anyways, the motor, the controller, the power, etc. Everyone has their own pedaling abilities. So my idea, I was gonna just throw the pedals on later, but a lot of you guys are saying this is an e-moped. And listen, I'm honestly a little bit offended, and I'm offended for this moped because this moped doesn't identify as a moped. It identifies as an e-bike. Come on, guys, it's 2024. Just because an e-bike doesn't have pedals doesn't mean it's not an e-bike. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves for being so judgmental of this poor moped. I mean, e-bike. But yeah, guys, we're gonna throw on some pedals, and then instantly, with the magic of just slapping on a little bit of metal pieces, it's going to be a legal e-bike. Don't you worry, my friends. This is fun to ride around. I just have to avoid the ice. Alright, guys, we're gonna head on back and continue this video indoors. See you guys in a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's add some pedals. We're gonna start by taking these pegs off. This side is lefty-loosey, and the other side is righty-loosey. Remember, it is back-asswards. We're gonna take this off, clean these threads out, and start adding these pedals in. All right, so we got the pegs out. We're gonna need... All right, guys, so we got the pegs out, cleaned out the threads with a little bit of rubbing alcohol and a microfiber towel. We've got 1 crank arm and the chain ring. Very nice that it comes with 2 guards. I love that. We got some pedals. We got the other crank arm right here. We've got our pedal assist sensor to make sure the pedal assist function is working. And we've got this thing, honestly, I don't even know what to call this thing, the crank thingamajiggy that sits in here. I'm not a technical guy when it comes to bike parts, but we're gonna put this in there. And we're also gonna need this side piece right here, this other side with the threads. We're gonna throw a little bit of this stuff on here. Not a lot. There we go, a little bit of that. A little bit on this as well. You don't need that much. That'll do. There you go. That's how much Loctite I put on there. A good amount, but nothing too crazy. Same thing for this part over here. A good amount, but nothing too crazy. All right, now we go ahead and slide this whole contraption in from over here. One of these sides is longer than the other. We're gonna put the crank sensor, the pedal assist sensor here, and that's why I think this side should be longer. I could be wrong. If so, I guess I'll edit this out of the video, but we'll see if I'm right. And we'll put this ending adapter right over there. You're also gonna need this special tool right here. And I do love that Goat Power Bikes did send me this wrench over here. So we're gonna use this wrench to wrench this in. Make sure you take these Allen bolts out beforehand. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first we'll get it started by hand. All right. We'll get the other one started as well. All right, let's tighten this bad boy down. Lefty tighty, righty tighty. All right, so if you guys can see this pedal assist sensor, it has grooves that'll fit right in. Let's push this in. Oh, that's a tight fit. All right, there we go. Let's get that in there a little bit tighter. So I'm just gonna use this little piece of wood to make sure I'm not banging metal against this thing. All right, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. What are these things? I hope I don't need these for the crankset. Oh, I looked it up. The thing that sits in here, it's called a crankset. See? Now I'm a bicycle parts expert. Now I know everything about installing a crankset. And you'll be an expert too, because you know how to watch YouTube videos about installing cranksets. Hopefully the correct way. I already threw on this chain ring over here. And what I did on this side is what you guys are about to see. Throw this thing on, make sure the crank arms are aligned properly so they are in opposite directions. Oh, Laura's passing by, see? Quality control inspector. She heard me. She's like, what's going on here? Hearing a bunch of ruckus about e-bikes. I need to take a look. So this bolt already had some Loctite on it. We're gonna throw that in there. Hand tighten this first, and then go ahead and use your Allen key and tighten that bad boy down. These things you can tighten down pretty high. I don't have the torque spec numbers. If I find it, I'll leave it in the description below. Most of you guys don't have a torque wrench anyway, so we're just gonna say the torque spec is real tight. Tighten that bad boy down. I feel like I know more about the electronics of an e-bike than actual bicycle parts. I don't know, you guys tell me if I did this the right way. Hopefully I did. Hopefully this doesn't fall apart on me on the road. We'll find out. Last but not least, we got our pedals, and these are labeled. So we'll go ahead and throw that in. This side, by the way, is gonna be lefty-tighty. It is back asswards. So we'll go ahead and tighten that up. And then later you can use a wrench to tighten this up. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Alrighty. So how does it feel to be almost fully transitioned into an e-bike? Now, as soon as we get that gear in the back and the chain, you'll officially be an e-bike and people will not call you a moped anymore. I'm so proud of you. You're so strong. You're such a brave moped, e-bike, to be doing this, to be transitioning to an e-bike. What's that? You identify as a bicycle. All right, but you have a battery, a motor, a controller. You're pushing 3,000 watt. What? Wait, what did you say? I'm a bigot?